It all started on a rainy evening, when hunger compelled me to venture into a nearby McDonald's. The familiar scent of greasy fries and sizzling burgers enveloped me as I entered. Little did I know that this visit would become the stuff of nightmares. As I stood in line, an unsettling silence hung in the air, broken only by the low hum of fluorescent lights. The employees wore blank expressions, their eyes devoid of warmth. Ignoring the eerie atmosphere, I placed my order and found a seat near the window, eager to devour my meal and escape the pouring rain outside. As I unwrapped my burger, I noticed something peculiar. The patty oozed an unsettling dark liquid, resembling a thick, inky substance. Trying to shrug it off as a simple mistake, I took a hesitant bite, only to be greeted by a rancid taste that sent a wave of nausea through my body. Disgusted, I spat it out, my appetite vanishing instantly. Feeling a mixture of curiosity and concern, I decided to investigate further. Armed with my camera, I approached the counter asking the employees about the bizarre burger, but their responses were robotic, their eyes glazed over as if they were mere puppets trapped in a grotesque pantomime. Undeterred, I ventured behind the scenes, entering the staff-only area. What I witnessed there will haunt me forever. The kitchen was a chaotic mess, with rotting ingredients strewn about and a thick layer of grime coating every surface. But the most horrifying sight was the monstrous figure hunched over the grill. Its skin was pale and mottled, stretched tightly over its skeletal frame. Its sunken eyes burned with a sinister glow. I watched in horror as it cooked meat that oozed a sickening black liquid. It was as if this creature, this abomination, was the source of the tainted food that had assaulted my senses. My camera in hand, I captured the unsettling scene, determined to expose the horrors lurking within this seemingly ordinary McDonald's. But as I focused my lens on the grotesque figure, it turned to me, its eyes locking onto mine. A wicked smile spread across its face, and I felt a surge of pure terror coursing through my veins. In an instant, the lights flickered, plunging the restaurant into darkness. Panic erupted among the patrons as a chorus of demonic laughter filled the air. The once docile employees transformed into ravenous creatures, their mouths contorted into fanged maws, hungering for the flesh of those trapped inside. I fled, the sound of their gnashing teeth echoing in my ears. The dark corridors of the restaurant seemed to stretch endlessly, leading me deeper into a labyrinth of terror. The walls distorted, pulsating with an otherworldly energy, trapping me within this macabre maze. As I stumbled through the darkness, a glimmer of hope emerged. An emergency exit beckoned me, its faint light promising escape. I ran towards it, praying that it would lead me back to the safety of the outside world. With one final burst of energy, I burst through the door, gasping for breath as I emerged into the cool night air. Behind me, the McDonald's stood ominously, but there was no sign of the creatures or the demonic laughter that had plagued me moments before. As I looked back, my camera in hand, I knew that I had survived a nightmare beyond imagination. The footage I had captured would serve as a chilling reminder of the horrors that had unfolded within those golden arches. It all began when I stumbled upon an article about a neglected McDonald's restaurant that had fallen into disrepair. Intrigued by the idea of exploring forgotten places, I decided to investigate. Little did I know that I was about to uncover a horrifying secret lurking within those faded golden arches. As I arrived at the deserted McDonald's, the air was heavy with an eerie silence. The once bustling parking lot now stood empty, weeds reclaiming the cracks in the asphalt. The building itself was a shadow of its former self, windows shattered and paint peeling. But it was the abandoned playland that drew me in, its dilapidated structure beckoning me with an unsettling allure. As I stepped inside, a wave of nostalgia washed over me. The faded colors of the playground equipment and the remnants of children's laughter seemed frozen in time. But there was an underlying sense of unease that clung to the atmosphere, a feeling that I was being watched by unseen eyes. I ventured deeper into the playland, my camera recording every step. The once cheerful characters that adorned the walls now wore twisted, sinister expressions. The plastic play structures seemed to have morphed into menacing entities, their rusty frames casting elongated shadows across the decaying floors. A chill ran down my spine as I heard faint whispers in the distance. Curiosity overcame my fear as I followed the eerie sounds. They led me to a room at the back of the playland, a room that had been forgotten by time itself. Inside, I discovered a collection of discarded toys, their once vibrant colors faded and their eyes empty voids. Yet they seemed to possess a life of their own, They moved ever so slightly, their presence exuding a palpable malevolence. As I approached, the toys sprang to life, their movements becoming increasingly erratic and unnerving. They laughed with a distorted, haunting melody that echoed through the desolate playland. Panic rose within me, but I couldn't tear my gaze away from their hypnotic dance. Suddenly, the room grew darker, the air thick with an oppressive energy. Shadows materialized, intertwining with the toys and transforming them into grotesque animated figures. Their once innocent features contorted into twisted grins, their eyes burning with a fiendish gleam. With a surge of adrenaline, I turned to flee, but the exit had vanished. The walls shifted and closed in around me, trapping me within the nightmarish confines of the haunted playland. Panic consumed me as the toys advanced, their laughter now a chorus of demonic voices. Desperate to escape, I sought refuge within a ball pit, but instead of the soft, colorful balls I expected, the pit was filled with a murky liquid that clung to my skin like a suffocating embrace. It was as if the very essence of fear had seeped into the pool, transforming it into a sinister trap. As I struggled to free myself, I caught a glimpse of a ghostly figure watching me from a distance. It was a child, their eyes hollow and their expression filled with sorrow. They reached out to me, their spectral hand offering a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. Summoning every ounce of courage, I waded through the viscous liquid, inching closer to the ethereal child. With their guidance, I found a hidden door leading to an underground tunnel. Together, we navigated the labyrinthine corridors, evading the grasp of the malevolent toys that pursued us. Finally, we emerged from the depths of the playland, gasping for breath and covered in the remnants of our harrowing journey. The child, now a faint apparition, disappeared into the ether, leaving me alone in the cold night. As I walked away from that forsaken place, I couldn't help but wonder about the countless others who had fallen victim to the playland's dark magic. The abandoned McDonald's stood as a reminder that even the most innocent of places can hide unimaginable horrors.